You know, this video was a great idea until I realized that I don't really remember anything before 2017. Hey, it's Cecil, and it's Monday, and we are sitting in a chair instead of on the couch. The reason is because I'm on my computer, because we have a tier list that we are looking at today. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I thought that it would be fun if we made like a little tier list, a little ranking of some of my childhood and teenage year fictional crushes. The list is not extensive. I am 100% certain that there is plenty of people missing, but I think there's enough, and I will link the tier list down below if you feel so inclined to roast my fictional crushes from when I was a wee one, younger than 18, basically. So all of these are more than 5 years old minimum. So I made this tier list on tierlist.com. Again, I'll link it. But here are our tiers. At the very, very top, this is I still have a crush on them. I think that they are lovely and I would still marry them. Perfect no notes is I might not still have a crush on them, but I totally understand why little Cecil did. So, valid. I get it and I support it. I might have a type is anyone who follows just a very similar trope to each other. Proximity crush. This is for all of the male characters that I actually had a crush on their female love interest. Lol random quirky XD is for any of the crushes that I basically just picked someone and was like, everybody else likes this character, but I like this character. Except that like every other teenager was also doing that, which means that we all liked that character. This was compet, which is everybody told me that I should have a crush on this character. So I did. And then finally, I can't believe you've done this, which is that it is offensive. It is something that I wish I hadn't. Number 1 is Leo Valdez. Now, technically, Leo Valdez started as a lol random quirky XD kind of fictional crush, but as time went on, I found, like, because I was the same age as Leo when Heroes of Olympus was coming out. So for me, it was very much like, I don't know. In the first book that he was in, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this guy. Like, I don't know. And then in book 3, which is the second book that he was like properly in, I found that I was like really looking forward to the chapters that were in his point of view. I found that I was smiling a lot while reading them, and I just ended up really enjoying it. I thought that he was so sweet and so funny and so cute. And I really like Sons of Hephaestus, actually. I don't have Charlie on here, but Charles Beckendorf, definitely honorable mention. But anyways, I'm putting you in perfect no notes. Number 2 is Ryan Evans, I think. Sharpay's brother from High School Musical. I don't really have a tier that says I think this was a queer-coded character that I, as a queer-coded child, felt safe to have a crush on. It's also a little lol random quirky XD because everybody else was like, oh my gosh, Troy, Zac Efron. And I was like, yeah, well, what about? But primarily, I think that it had everything to do with Sharpay and very little to do with him. So I'm going to put it in proximity crush. I know I said for female love interest, but like also for woman who is by you all of the time. Oh my god. The next one is oh geez, what even is your name? I have to look at it because I remember the movie. Oh my god, Christopher Wilde from the Disney Channel original movie Starstruck. This was compet. I don't even have anything else to say, okay? I was like, when that movie came out, I had been realizing I was gay, right? I had started having romantic dreams about one of my friends in elementary school. And so this movie came out and I latched on. I'm like, sure, he has blue eyes. That seems right. I can't even tell who this is. Who is this? Who are you? Your head is cut off. Let's see. Oh my god. Austin Moon from Austin and Ally. 100% proximity crush. Okay? Listen. I still have a I still have a crush on Laura Moreno. She's been popping up on my TikTok, which love that for me. Yeah, proximity crush. I had a crush on Ally, not on Austin. We all know the truth. BBC's Sherlock, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Compet, writing Compet. Directly into Compet, okay? I mean, if he was like an anime character, I would put him in I Might Have a Type. But because he was played by a real person, Compet. Because ultimately, when I was in like late middle school, early high school, everybody and their dad had a crush on Benedict Cumberbatch. And I mean, like, I don't really care. The next one is Kristoff from Yuri on Ice. Yeah, that one, that guy. It's exactly who you're thinking of. And I will say that when I was 16, I did not really understand most of the dirty humor associated with his character. I do now. um, and I think that when I was 16, it was lol random quirky XD. But now that I'm almost 23, I can confidently, no shame, put Chris in I still have a crush on them. Next, Madame Vastra from Doctor Who. Perfect, no notes. She made me realize that I was not straight. So shout out to her. I think she's great. Drew Tanaka from the Percy Jackson and Kane Chronicles books. I have a type. I have a type, and it's strong, mean women who can and will emotionally eviscerate me. Like, perfect no notes, but I might have a type. You know what I mean? Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Lol, random, quirky XD. Like, a little bit of a proximity crush, but mostly it was just like, I like the Beast, because, unfortunately going through I'm not like other girls. Like, yeah, of course you're not. You're autistic and not a girl. Next one is Calypso from the Percy Jackson books. I don't know really. Like I feel like I might have a type is probably the best place to put it. Like, yeah, obviously a very different type than Drew. Also, sidebar, shout out to Past Me for like shipping Drew with Calypso. I think that is so real of me actually, and I stand by that, but as a topic for a different video. But as far as Calypso goes, I would say that it would be like being drawn to a kindred soul, to someone else who's very lonely. Next up, we've got Felicity Smoke from Arrow. Perfect no notes. Listen, the majority of that crush was defined by she deserved so much better than Oliver. I think everybody deserved so much better than Oliver. And I really, really fell in love with her around 10th grade when I distinctly remember one of my friends talking about Oliver being outright toxic, downright abusive, and being like, well, he's traumatized. And I'm like, bitch, I'm traumatized. Do you think that's a defense? Look at her. Treat her like a queen. I'll treat her like a queen. I will marry this woman and I will give her the world because she deserves nothing less. So yeah, perfect. No notes. Next we have Barry Allen from The Flash. Also The Flash. I don't even know where to put this, to be honest. Like, was it Compet? I don't really think so. I think that he's just a cutie. I think maybe I'll put him in I Might Have a Type. Because I do like male characters that are just little guys. And because he's just a little guy, yeah. Barry is just he's a nerdy little guy doing his nerdy little stuff. I have not watched the most recent seasons of anything from the Arrowverse, actually, because I just couldn't do it anymore. It was getting on my nerves. Next is Loki from the Marvelverse, obviously. I still have a crush on them. Still have a crush on him. I love Loki. I'm always gonna love Loki. Never gonna stop loving Loki. Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. I still have a crush on her, I think. I don't know, actually. I feel like I do, but I also feel like maybe just I have a type. Maybe that's the thing. I have a type. I don't know. Having a type almost is a complicated category to have here. Haruhi from Oran High School Host Club. Perfect. No notes. Absolutely no notes. Haruhi told me my gender, personally and directly. Kyoya, I have a type, and that type is bastards. I know that almost every single character in I Might Have a Type is a vastly different type, and I'm finding that quite funny. Sebastian from Black Butler is next. I don't even remember this, to be honest. I can't believe you've done that. I watched 3 episodes of Black Butler. How did I end up in love with this man? How? I don't even really remember what he did. He just existed. He had dark hair and, like, looked like that. Like, come on. I mean, that also technically could be I Might Have a Type. Hermes. I couldn't find a picture I liked from, like, the book series Hermes. So we're working with movie Hermes here. The thing is that book series Hermes, perfect. No notes. Movie Hermes, compet. I'm sorry, Nathan Fillion. You're a lovely man. I'm sure, probably. I don't know, maybe not. Has he done something problematic and I'm gonna regret saying that? Who's to say? Anyways, so I'm gonna just plop you down there and we're gonna call it a day. Yeah, no explanation needed. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna give an explanation. I've changed my mind. You can't stop me from talking. This is my video and you're just living in it. The thing is, like, Book Hermes, I kind of, like, he kind of had, like, that just being a dude, just being a guy. Don't get me wrong, terrible father. But, like, I don't know. He seemed like a pal. He seemed like a guy. But Nathan Fillion as Hermes, 100% compet. He's just someone that I picked to have a crush on. You know. Anyways, Nico D'Angelo. Lol random XD. But also, like, this was an example of you're gay. I'm gay. We're gay. It's like my brain is that TikTok audio of, like, actually, I'm gay. Oh, you're gay? He's gay too. You two should hook up. That's not how that works. That's how some of these crushes are. Where it's just like, in hindsight, we were both gay. Alex Fiero, perfect, no notes. If Haruhi gave me my gender, Alex Fiero took my gender out of my hands and smacked me in the face with it 3 times in a row and then put it back in my hands. And I thank her for that. I really do. Carlos the Scientist. Right up to I still have a crush on them. So Carlos, you know, the scientist from Welcome to Night Vale. I just have a picture of his voice actor because I didn't want to use, like, fan art. The only fan art here is, like, by Viria, I think, for the Percy Jackson books, and those are technically official art now. Anyways, Carlos the Scientist. I mean, I named myself after Cecil. Obviously, I have a crush on Carlos the Scientist. Both of the pawns. Speed round. Both of the pawns. Perfect. No notes. Rory was a proximity crush, probably. Amelia was Amelia. Karen Gillan. You know what I mean? Yeah, perfect. No notes. River Song, still got a crush on you. Listen, I have a crush on that entire family, don't I? Huh. Yeah, wow. Anyways, yeah, River Song, love her. Love, love, love her. The doctor could not treat her right. I could treat her right. And finally, Xena and Gabriella from Xena Warrior Princess. I still have a crush on them. I met both of those actresses. By the way, I hugged Lucy Lawless. I almost died because of that. So yeah, I think it's safe to say I still have a crush on them. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. What were some of your fictional crushes as a young person. Cringe is dead. Like, tell me about it. It's okay. I won't judge you. You can judge me though if you would like to leave a comment judging me instead. That you're so valid. Just don't be mean. Okay, you can judge me playfully. Don't be mean. You can follow me in the links in the description box below, including my Ko-fi, if you would like to support me a little bit, either one-off or one of my support tiers for benefits. I have $2, so any support would be very much appreciated, especially as I am waiting for my first payday from Twitch. Be a bro, share this video with another bro, and if you have not done so yet, subscribe, because I make videos when I am not having a mental breakdown.